What's up, guys? I'm back. With a board this time. Yeah. So this one came in a couple bits. I'm not really too sure what's going on here. I just have a board and I have, oh yes, I have a connector. So we're not going to be able to see much that's going on here. We're going to have to go underneath the microscope and have a look. I'm pretty sure I can already see some rip pads here, so let's rock under that for a minute. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh my goodness, gosh gracious. What the heck? Yeah, okay. Alright. It's okay. Definitely a torn trace right there. It's gonna have to be fixed. Everything else appears to be okay. Let's have a look at the ESD booster. Okay. Visually it looks okay. How those balls look underneath there. Okay, we're gonna go with that looks alright. Okay, it looks like they stopped before they started doing too much damage to the port. So that's good. Okay, so how we're gonna attack this, we're gonna get some flux. And a little bit of solder. And I'm gonna need my iron. Let's get this all rocking here. I have been away for the last few weeks, and I am not feeling super great either, so yeah, I'm just kind of trying to do the easy ones first, because I got very little energy right now. I don't know what I got, but it sucks, whatever it is. So, okay, let's get... Board is covered in a bunch of flux. Hopefully it's proper flux and not bad flux. Solder, come along with me. Okay. Okay, so that is awesome. I love this JBC tip. You know, there's lots of knockoffs out there, and honestly, I don't like paying huge amounts of money for tips because you do go through them. They do not last forever, and but there is definitely a difference between that and the other ones out there for sure. Gotta have good heat, or you will not be able to work properly. Okay, that's good for now. You know, when you guys watch my videos, you gotta remember that I do this a lot, and the ones that you watch online, with some of the other channels out there. I know how easy we make it look, but trust me, we've all learned our knocks and put in the time. Make it look that simple. Be careful around those filters or they will knock them off. So, you know, even though you think you can take on a job like this, don't try and do it on your first, like the one that you want to actually fix. You know, try some other boards first and just get used to using hot air. So the first thing we're going to do on this is just scratch this guy. Oh, not that one, this one. Good. Okay, we're just going to expose the copper of the trace there. Just like that. Flux on there. Just like so. And I am going to come in with my iron again and tin. Just like so. What you do is to burn off that enamel coating of the wire. Just grab a little bit of solder to help us here. It was a lot messier than I was expecting, but okay. Let's get that blob off of there, ease. That's what happens when you don't have flux on the board. Okay. So let's throw a little bit more flux here on the spot that we're going to repair. Okay, and then I usually do this by hand. I don't usually use tweezers to do this. And I do see I have kind of slightly bent this a bit. Basically, you just want to get it in place. Nail it, just like so. Alright, so now we just need to bend this in place. Like that. Get my other X-Acto here for this. I like to use these curb blades. They seem to work better for cutting your jumper wires. Okay, So now that we got that kind of in place, and now we need to be a little bit gentler because we're not trying to disturb anything. But we do need to make sure this is super clean now. Because I am going to be putting some solder mask. So I really use a lot of IPA here. I want to flood that whole area so that it is definitely cleaning. Just like that. Okay. Okay, and we'll finish it off just with this. The nice thing about these particular cotton swabs, which are the other ones, is they don't seem to come apart like the Johnson & Johnson ones. Okay, that looks really good. I am gonna go one more though, because even if you think it's clean, it's always better to clean it again. Make sure that that's very, very, very clean. Then I just dab it to kind of dry it up around there. Just like that. Okay. Well, there is a restored trace. The solder mask I'm using here is the Mechanic 3S fast drying. The one that I have says new UV super quick drying ink. Just the tip of an X-Acto is more than enough. What we're going to do is we're going to flood this entire area with mask. Too much there. We're gonna just spread it out and get this exposed piece here. Here. Just like that. Okay. Sure that we secure our jumper. Okay, now there is too much on there, so I'm going to use one of these ones. Soak up a little bit of it, just like that. Now remember, you can go pretty heavy here because we can always scrape it off again, right? Big thing is you want to make sure that that mask is underneath the wire, because we want that wire to be 100% secured. Just like that. Okay, that's perfect. It's good for the UV. Cured. Okay. Well. See how we made out here. Well, what I like to do is I like to just scratch here, and I do press hard here because, as you can see, as I do this, the wire starts to flatten. want. We also want to make sure that we get all the mask off of this pad. This is just a ground pad, but still. Just like that. And let's get a little over here. That. Okay, let's clean that up. I don't know how that looks to you guys, but I think that looks pretty damn good. Okay, so the reason that I do it this way, and I don't attach wires or try and do external types of repairs where you're like running jumpers on top of pins. Something that people forget about is that these boards do indeed heat up and cool, and the closer that you keep your heat ratios the same, the more likely that your repair is going to actually last. So for that reason, I like to actually put it down on the board like it's proper, like it's actually on the board and secure. Now the other reason, obviously too, is that if anything happens to this HDMI port in the future, you won't have to mess around. Now with doing trace repair this way, it comes at a premium cost because it's not the fastest way to do it, but it is the best way to do it. So you are going to pay for somebody to do trace repair like this, and generally speaking, if it's not a whole bunch, it's okay, but if it's like the whole board, then it can get pricey for every pad, right? These are infamous for people that pull. I've seen every single one of those data lines peeled back and just like sitting sprawled out here before, and that's because you don't use enough heat when you're taking the port off the board, and you end up lifting the whole mama jama, which is never good. Okay, so we're gonna switch fluxes here. I use Steery for general purpose, which is what you just saw me do. But for the actual repair and laying down a new port, I rely on Kimbo. It just, I don't know what it is with this flux. It's very hard to beat it. Now, I haven't tried some of the other Steery tacky flux, but this stuff is the bee's knees, as it would be put. Pads on this. I don't typically tin up the front points. I know some guys do. I don't really worry about it. Generally speaking, if you have the front pads tinned up well on the board, there will be enough solder to attach to the connector. Gotta run it across just like so. Off you come, off of there. Get. More flux. You got one chance to do it in a swoop like that, and if you blow it, and you gotta add some more flux, because the flux don't last on there, obviously. Just like that. Okay. Good, good. That's what I have the preset set to as well. Okay. To throw some solder onto our pins, just like so. As nice as I like. Let's go for it again. A little bit more solder here is okay. Okay, and then we're going to fill in the legs. Try to fill in the legs. Okay, that's interesting. Fill those right up. Ow, I just burnt my finger. Dang it. That's what happens when your solder is run out and you're trying to get the last little bit out. Alright, let's grab a little bit more here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got lots of new solder. Let's clean up again. You don't really have to right here, but I'm going to anyway, just because I'm going to really make sure this lays down perfect. Actually, let's get rid of this little bit here. Right here. This is just going to make a mess, so let's get rid of it. There we go, nice and clean. Okay, let's give this a couple good one-overs with alcohol. We'll reapply some flux and then let's drop a port on here, shall we? Okay, that's looking real nice. Yes, 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 yes. See, our jumper is not moving. It is not doing anything outside of sitting there like a good little jumper. which is exactly what we're after. Okay. That is good. So we are... This one's a little light on solder, but it should still be okay. And where did that come from? Ooh, boy. Get that the heck out of there. Ah, that's not good. Rogue solder. Where that came from. Huh. Just trying to clean this up a little bit better than it was when I got it. It was pretty covered. Flux everywhere. Okay, that should be good. Or sorry, not my heat, my airflow. Just keep rotating. Starting to go on the right there. Starting on the left. Just like that. Oh, that went sideways on me. That's not good. Okay, I come off the heat once I put it down. I come off the back here and I'm going to press down on the back of the port. Now I'm going to go and heat everywhere again. Real nice. That port's cold and we want to make sure that we get the solder all the way up the legs. And that should be it. Hold it for about 10 seconds or so. And off. Just like that. Okay, so now that all we got left to do is basically some cleanup, make sure everything's connected, which it should be. I went down real nice. My tipped Q-tips, get in there. Good. Cleany clean. Okay, looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna do testing the pins. Alright. Solid. tough, solid, 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 tough. You rock. Nice and tight and perfect. Exactly the way they should be done. Okay, so everything's looking real good. Let's clean up the bench a little bit here. I will do a quick diode check on that and make sure that we got everything we needed to. Should be good. I did not look at the port inside. Just do a quick visual there. She looks good. I don't know if this camera will grab it. We can try. It's the new port. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick diode check. Excellent, excellent. I would say this guy's board is ready to go. Not out of there. And add this contact frame here. Oh, it's dry thermal paste that's coming off of there. Whatever, his problem. Brought me just the board, so there we go. That's it for this, guys. HDMI port replacement by the king of HDMI. Yours truly. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.